Republican Thoughts with Miss Twitty.
This is Republican Thoughts with Miss Twitty. I am Miss Twitty, and thank you for reconnecting again for a wonderful conversation. I love connecting with others in across the country, actually, and from different walks of life and different backgrounds. And today we are going to hop right into another deep conversation on why an individual chose the Republican Party and conservative views. And today we have Yana, and I'm so happy, Yana, that you joined us. What would you like to share? Any background, history, or any just feelings, or what you've observed the party has done, what the party has done, and how you feel about it? The floor is yours.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Well, it's been a journey really for me. I come from a socialist country that actually at some point overthrew their socialist government. So I kind of grew up hearing about Marxism, and but for a while I wasn't really thinking about it that much. And at some point when I was here in America, I was supporting the Democrat Party when I was younger.
I think we all was.
Yes.
Exactly. All was.
Yeah, especially in college, like, you know, with the friends that I had, it was just like, and actually, I mean, to be honest, Republicans, I mean, the Republican Party needs to be looked at as well critically. I mean, they were not always perfect. So,
Yes.
you know, so we were just looking for what is best for us and what we thought was best. And but over time, just meeting different people and learning more, understanding what is really going on, I began to really open my eyes around 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the year for me when I started to open my eyes. And so what I noticed, and when they call the left, they call the liberals, but I wouldn't even agree with that word anymore, because there are classical liberals that did exist, they still exist, and they are more for personal freedom, smaller government, and basically, you know, you're free to be an individual. And what the liberals today, the people who identify as that, it's not liberal. There's not much liberty that I see in that.
Okay.
So that's where the Republican Party and the conservative movement comes, is that I actually see more liberty and freedom in that movement.
More patriotic as well.
And more patriotic, yes. I was going to talk about that too, because this country actually, you know, it's been a journey for me as well to become American and to really love this country and love being American. And the reason why a lot of people maybe don't get to that or don't feel that is because they don't learn where this country comes from and the values that it was started upon. And of course, there's issues in every country, because history is never perfect.
Yes.
Yes. But what is our goal? Like, what are we trying to achieve? So that's what we need to be looking at. So, and I feel like, I think, and I know that the reason why it's really difficult for people to even feel American is, well, one of the issues our education system doesn't really teach us how to be American. And
That's a very good point.
yeah, I mean, education was one of my biggest passions, and it's such a disservice right now, and this country is going to suffer and might even, I mean, it's a scary thought. I don't know if it can go on with the way the children are taught right now. And like, for example, when I came to this country, I was a teenager, and I went to 8th grade through 12th, but I had to learn everything about America after, like, on my own.
Okay.
Like, and actually, what's interesting is the time when I began to feel more American was when I read about some of the struggles that former Americans, and specifically, like one of my favorite people in the world is Booker T. Washington.
Okay.
And like the kind of struggle that he has gone through, and then he has built this amazing institution and has inspired so many people, and not just inspired, he actually gave practical knowledge to people that really needed it. And for me as an immigrant at the time, I was like, wow, like this person could overcome that. That's what also the immigrants need to learn, to feel like if he could do it, we can do it as well, and everyone who is in this country. So that was the first kind of thought that, oh wow, this country has pretty cool history. And then, so over time it's been this journey, and then when I met people on the left, and I really noticed how passionate they were and how they were fighting to really change this country, because before I didn't realize that they really wanted to change it, like they were on a mission. So that's when it was around 2017 when I realized that they were really working to change a lot of things, to change attitudes, and like open borders, and
because you are an immigrant yourself, you understand the Republican policies with the, I would say, fairness in allowing those who are trying to learn the country and
exactly.
be a member of the country.
Exactly. So if we want to survive as a country, we have to be together. We have to work together towards what we want, but it doesn't mean that it has to be a communist state, just like like the left would say. Like, we all are individuals. So that's why the conservative side is more pro individual freedoms, smaller government,
less government,
more state rights, so states can decide what they want to do within their states, less taxes. And coming from a Marxist regime, I can see what happens when the government, takes away from the people.
Yes, you have personally experienced.
Yeah, and I mean, people want to succeed, and you don't want something above you constantly telling you that the more you succeed, the more we're going to take from you. It becomes like a punishment for success, and that's not really, there's no incentive then. And of course, family values. So the conservative side is more pro-family and the traditional
family
view of family. And the thing is, what's scary is that the left, they actually, because they follow a Marxist ideology, they might not say it, but they do. Not everyone really realizes that they do, but whoever is in charge of certain organizations, they are. And Marxism literally is against family because they're against hierarchy. So any type of hierarchy, such as a family. So in the hierarchy you have the man, the wife, and the children. That's a hierarchy, and their goal is to break that. And they believe that that would create a utopian society. But we know that the more stable the families are, the better children we're going to have, the more successful children and happy people we're going to have. So it's, for me, it's the fiscal aspect of it, and also the support for traditional values, because in practice they really work. And so I would definitely, and also I want to be in this country. I don't want to move to another country. I already came here, and I really appreciate the people who have started it and their idea for what it should be. And I think that as Americans, we have to preserve that and work towards
preserve the core values.
For core values, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So these are my thoughts.
I thank you so much, Yana. You're so sweet. And you gave a very good point. You shared a very good point with us today. So thank you so much. You're welcome to come back on Republican Thoughts in the future. And for everyone listening, that's it. We will reconnect in the future with you as well with more Republican Thoughts with Miss Twitty.
Thank you for watching. This concludes Republican Thoughts with Miss Twitty. Miss Twitty can be found by searching Miss Twitty on Google, Miss Twitty on YouTube, Miss Twitty on Facebook, Republican Thoughts on Facebook, and Miss Twitty LLC on Instagram. I am the voice, Ted Wright, at Right Talk Voice Services, a service offering of Right Talk Business Consulting. Let us be the voice of your brand. Email inquiries to ted@righttalk.com. Until next time, be blessed, be positive, and be informed.